What's good, YouTube? We are back again with another Lani live video, and this time we are going to watch something a little different, okay? Right now we're seeing here that Andrew Tate versus SADIA has a different psychology on get a woman. Now, I'm not trying to get a woman, but I just want to understand from a woman's perspective because I've heard her speak on different social media clips, like little reels and shit. I just want to see her perspective on women and the psychology behind it. So let's tune in and see. We all know how Andrew Tate feels, and certain things I agree with. I mean, for majority, you gotta, as a man, you gotta work. You know what I'm saying? You gotta work for yourself. You gotta get your shit. But as a woman, you just think that I'm about to spend a bag on you just because you look good. Oh God, you have another thing coming. Like, I'm giving from the heart naturally, but you just gonna sit there and take. Ooh, I can't fuck with that one. At the chase, this ain't a race. We dragging on. Just wanna take you to a place. Style along. Fly space, beach today. We choose a
continents. The whole of Africa is barbaric. The whole of Asia is barbaric. Why? Because you decide the moral, and that's just horrendous. I was so insulted by the reaction to Qatar and the LGBT. I was so deeply insulted, and I couldn't understand how unbelievably racist it was. The idea that white people determine what is progressive, and if they're not on our side, we are just barbaric. Anyone that agrees with that stance is just a racist. There's no two ways about it.
Oh, what? I'm not sure. I'm going back into that.
I mean, I just think that a lot of people think of things from a past mindset. People are so far in the past mindset on certain things.
Sorry, I got overexcited, didn't I? You caught me all excited. Hi.
Now you can go into this conversation more. I didn't want to tell them this is purely unplanned.
Yeah, we were actually supposed to meet today, but we couldn't get it all sorted. But we made it in the end. Praise be to God, we got it. That's right. We got it.
As you walked in, we were just discussing.
It's a big thing.
Women tend to become OnlyFans. They push this agenda rather than the mother, the wife, the nice housewife, or a woman to become an engineer. Look, I was saying, I believe truly it's women's fault. They blame men, but women are giving them and they're making it easy on them.
Can I say something? I really have a message to all the young people out there. Okay, it's not about, let's not do the blame game because it's not going to do anything for anyone. It's you.
At the end of the day, who signs up for the fucking channel? No one put a gun to your head and was like, sign up for this OnlyFans channel right now. And if they did, then, I mean, I would say definitely seek some help when you are in the ability to do so. But, no one's forcing you to do it. If that's something you're cool into, cool, that's fine. But there shouldn't be 8 out of 10 women you meet should not be just yeah, I do OnlyFans. What the fuck? That's the only thing you want to do? You want to be someone's OnlyFans? Maybe Polaroids? Keep them for ourselves?
The man is the head and the woman is the neck. You can be smart, you can be educated. Don't waste your time. Don't take away your power by just going on Instagram, being an influencer, not doing anything with your life. And don't play the victim. Be nobody's victim. You know what I mean? That's yeah. That's my thought.
And I was a bit more.
I feel like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm sorry to pause it, but I feel like she said that and it was good to say. But why is she staring at Tate like that at the end? Getting different vibes. She was like, I just want to put this out there because I know he just walked in and shit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta read through the signs and the subtleties, man.
Doesn't mean it's the whole truth, yeah.
But hey, I could be, it's my hypothesis. I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm willing to bet that I'm not, though.
Get a long education, or there's a guy that's going to pay for my flights and my rent if I just post a thirst trap. You're speaking to vulnerable people, not just educated people.
Yes, but you have a choice. Do you die screaming like a little girl, or do you die with dignity?
Can I just intercept with one thing? You made a good point about 5 minutes back. You did say you go to Jordan, Israel, Afghanistan, or India, or some religion. The women are poor. They have nothing. Maybe no father's been killed. They have nothing. Yet you don't see them act that way.
But they have a different form of what?
That's a
different form of that. They marry, even if the guy's 20 years older than him, they'll marry into him when she's 15 years old because they're in survival mode. So
big facts. Big facts. Survival mode.
In these girls, these OnlyFans girls, and start investing in the good girls. There's more motivation to be good. But if I was a 14-year-old in this day and age, I'd be like, I'm just going to work out and get a BBL and get a shortcut.
It's valid. It's a good point. But society's degenerate. It's not men and women. Society's degenerate. It depends on what part of the world, of course, as well. But but especially in the Western world, there are such benefits for degeneracy, and there's no stigma against it. There's
No.
there's none of the stigma. Even
How
if they
can
do
you?
stuff,
You could do whatever you
I agree
want.
completely, but a lot of these girls don't feel any shame. They don't feel any ounce of shame.
And it's a
Not
job.
yet.
It's no different to a job. We've normalized it to the point where it just feels like a job for these women. And I think that when I was saying to them when I was younger and before, if you were known as in my culture, Pakistan, you know, you grew up in Luton, you know, so you know, if I even walked into a restaurant with a boy, it would be like, oh my God, she's such a slag. Like straight away, I'd get a label and I wouldn't be able to get married. But now these girls are getting married to rappers. They're having kids with rappers. A stripper is getting married. So what motivation is left for you?
Why do all rappers have to get a negative connotation? I'm sure there's rappers out there that don't, you know what I'm saying, immediately give women or give people the worst face. In this case, I'll use J. Cole, right? He not going to just slander females on the top. Come on now.
Young women, when men are dropping their standards in terms of promiscuity.
Even, you know what? I'm gonna make this case. I'm gonna make this case right now. Even Drake, right? Yes, we all know Drake be buying stuff for strippers. That's true. That is true. He fall in love with strippers. That's true. I cannot take that down because it's obvious. But you don't see him like, yeah, never mind.
They don't mind the promiscuity.
You don't see him just like literally putting them on Front Street. I don't see him putting them on Front Street. You gotta go. People gotta go dig and find it. It's not like he's full face promoting them, except for when he went and bought them bags. But like you went to this, people go to strip club and don't get them in. That's like you going somewhere. That's like going to your favorite restaurant, right? It's gonna sound fucking weird, but going to your favorite restaurant and you see someone all the time and then you not get them anything, right? It's kind of like, it's fucked up in a way. I don't know, dude. I see it from a couple of different perspectives in that part. I mean, she already chose her fucking path of life. He's not gonna change it. He didn't walk in there and was like, yeah, you know what? Let's put her in there. Let's put her in there. At least from the outside looking in. So how the fuck are you gonna say like, you know?
I don't think men are ever gonna stop wanting to see bikini pictures. You know,
I don't think women would ever stop wanting to see pictures of guys with their shirt off that are ridiculously abbed and shredded.
You know what I mean? We're the
How many females go crazy over The Rock, bro? Come on, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
Away from our power. And I agree with you in what you're saying because yes, a lot of girls don't have opportunities X and Y. That's why I think it's all about education.
Yeah.
You know, you find a lot of wrong things going on in society, mostly in the poorer areas as well. So
Yeah.
it is really all about education, I think.
Yeah, but I do think that's a privilege.
I think the term is like Andrew's mentioned before on podcast, godless. Godless society.
There's a huge split. What we're
Yeah, I think
discussing
that's
here is
more
the
of what we're
type
talking about here.
My name is
Because there's people that are in really good, wealthy areas that tend to just stick to OnlyFans because it's an easy way to just
right?
chill.
Things we're discussing here, the idea of women, like you're saying, having a reputation and promiscuity being frowned upon, all those things make perfect sense here. The idea of a woman sticking to education and not getting a bad reputation and working hard, that makes sense here. But in Miami, it's godless. It's complete. It's a godless city.
If I don't believe in God, praise be to God, I
Pretty
do, but
godless.
if I don't have the idea that God's watching me, what motivation as a young
I mean, it depends on how you look at it. Like, if you go into that and you're into the and you're looking for that, then yeah.
When there's a man willing to pay me 2-3 grand just for a feet pic,
But I think
you know, so why don't we address the men? in
That's
the
why I stay single out there. I ain't gonna lie to you.
like for example, and a lot
I was
of
so content with being
Yeah,
celibate.
why would you
Well,
become Muslim when you have everything?
abstinent, I'd
Why
say.
would he want to limit himself in a way? So surely God's given us brains or ways to think. What is life about? What's the
It's not just
purpose?
God watching, but it's not just as God watching, oh, I'm gonna go to hell. You know what I mean? I think it goes beyond that. I mean, you still have a brain. God created you with a brain. You should still have principles without that. But I think even when it comes to, yes, education is a privilege, but nowadays the real influence is on social media. And any kid in Gaza, there's an amazing rapper in Gaza, God bless him, like he's on social media, he's an influencer. You know what I mean? If a kid in Gaza has access to social media, then we can have influence. That's why we need more women role models.
Yeah, definitely need that.
And then the influencers will also become less and less because girls will see, well, you know what, I do have another chance, I do have another option.
Yeah.
But I think the broader question is.
This is
I think
interesting.
Very intelligent ladies. Why do you think think society is trying to program women to act this way, because I believe society is trying to, especially in the West, it's trying very hard. We're talking about the advantages of a girl doing OnlyFans, for example. Yes, her life can improve, but
Monetarily.
why is all the culture, all of society, the matrix as a whole, trying to destroy the baseline morality of humans, men and women? Because they're trying to convince men not to be men. Everything that was traditionally masculine, everything I've said has got me canceled. They tried to ruin my life for saying a man should be a man. And if you say a woman should be a woman and she should protect herself and protect her access to herself, and she should not allow men to just view her naked, etc., then you're somehow demonized. And they want to put Cardi B in place instead, where she's saying that everything that a woman can get naked and that's fantastic, and anyone who disagrees with it is it slut shaming? Is that called a thing?
Slut-shaming.
So why is society doing this to men and women? That's the real question.
But I think if you're breaking down the home, the best and quickest way to do that is attacking the woman. And there's more money in lonely, sad women. We consume everything. So if I get to a certain age and I'm not married, I'm going to be more likely to be on the
It's pretty good amount of money in lonely, sad guys. Not talking about like anyone that I know, but from the outs looking in, when you think about how many men talk about they had to quit porn because they had an addiction, it's pretty lonely and sad to me.
prescription drugs. I'm going to be more likely to turn to surgery. I'm going to be more likely
True,
to
true.
just indulge.
Facts.
Whereas when you have a purpose, those things all take a back burner. So that's why I think it's completely designed to make more money and to destroy the home and make people dependent on. Then your God becomes social media. When you don't have a God and you don't have a stable home, your God becomes society. The laws determine your morality. And the quicker they can get you to believe that God doesn't exist and the law is your source of morality, the quicker they can control you.
I think there's definitely an agenda for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely, 100%. But I think the only way to fight it is to stick to, to have discipline, to not follow like. Last year, I made a decision. I went on my Instagram. I was like, okay, I myself am following some influencers. So I was like, unfollow. Just be more aware of your lifestyle and your surroundings and your friends and what you're consuming on Netflix. You know what I mean?
Do you guys follow girls on Instagram?
No, they fixed that.
I haven't watched Netflix in so long, and I just recently, in the past 2 weeks, opened up my Netflix because I mean my Netflix is I pay for that shit, but it's for my parents really at this point. But I've opened my Netflix. You know what the first thing that I started to watch was? Suits. That show came out like 10 plus years ago. Why? I don't know. It seemed interesting, and I was like, this seems like something I can learn from, but at the same time is somewhat comedic. You don't go on Netflix and start watching bullshit. Like, I just don't understand where the fuck y'all niggas' heads be at sometimes, bro.
Like deleting me from the platform. Do you have it? He only has MySpace. MySpace.com.
Does MySpace still exist?
I only follow my wife. Yeah, and actually look like that because with the podcast and all I think.
Yeah.
And that's from work relation. You can tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nothing more than that.
Did you when you first got social media?
I never have.
No?
I've never. You would have never seen me ever follow dating girls and stuff. Never.
Really?
MySpace still works?
I'm born a Muslim. I practice my religion. So
What the fuck?
even if you were to do sins, I think I'd be ashamed to be public about it. And like, you'd be ashamed. Everything's for privacy. These women, like you said, they're proud of showing booty. A man like, men have always been okay, like you said, through society. Like our dads came as freshies on the boats to the UK, saw a white girl, blonde hair. They probably perved into strip clubs, but it wasn't you don't share it. It's just like a thing you do. But women now, making it a public thing is like we're celebrating porn. In a way
Agreed.
which was out, like it was seen as a shameful only a few years ago. So that's what's.
Well, yeah, I don't want to take responsibility away from men, but women have always been the gatekeepers. Men have always been men. I think if you look at any period of history in any part of the world, no matter what the culture, if men had unlimited access to sex, they'd take it. I think it's biological for men to be that way and try and reproduce as many women as possible.
True.
The women have always been the gatekeepers. They've always been the ones who are saying no. And if women break down the gates and no longer say no, then they're going to have promiscuous societies in godless cities like Miami, like I just described. And I agree with you in terms of them deliberately trying to destroy the family home. They are doing that. Part of it's for consumerism because they want consumerism to be our gods. That's absolutely part of it. But another reason is, I think a lot of the plans that people have who are in charge of the world across the next 100 years are truly draconian and they're truly evil. And the things they're going to plan to do to people. And the
What did he say? Draconian?
Married
What the
guys,
Than that, and
Did you when you first came on social media?
I,
Do you have it?
I never have.
No?
I've never. You would have never seen me ever
the fuck does that mean?
Really? Just go straight to the message.
Draconian, excessively harsh and severe. The Nazis destroyed independence and pressed a series of draconian laws. Where did draconian come from? Usually based on the Latino Draco, Draken, plus the adjectival suffix. In Athens city is now the capital of Greece. Draco, a salesman who was famous or infamous for unusually harsh laws enacted. Okay.
UK, saw a white girl, blonde hair.
I think if you look at any people who've always been the gatekeepers, they've been their own.
Just trying to catch up, you know what I'm saying? I don't like to watch the same shit over and over unless I'm like really trying to find something.
And the things they're going to plan to do to people and the lives we're going to be forced to live. And if you destroy the family unit, if you destroy the idea of standing up, the problem is if a man has a family, he'll die for it. If a man's woman doesn't listen to him, his kids he doesn't talk to, when they come along with these draconian rules and bullshit, you're kind of like, oh, whatever. I'll just move country, or I'll just leave it, or I don't care, right? They're trying to destroy the resistance and the resilience of the population so they can make slaves of us all. And I think that the family unit is a big part of that. Yeah, that's right.
Is the best way to do it.
Well, absolutely, because if you have a woman who's truly ride or die, truly by your side, kids who truly love you, you're going to stand on that porch with a shotgun and say, no, you're not coming in this house.
So you think you know which?
I mean, that's how I figured shit's supposed to be, bruh.
First up, we've got Shake Video Man.
I analyzed the
Oh, whoa, that's the end of the video? Okay, well, it was a cool video. I kind of agree with some things in and out. Most of it does make sense. I mean, a lot of it is, I guess, you know, programming and shit, but I don't know. How do y'all feel about the uprise in the simplification of access to sex on platforms? Do you like it? Be honest. Or is it something that should be maybe turned back a little bit? Now, like I said, I view it from different ways. If it's there, it's because it's there. Like, I can't take it away. I can also tune not to watch it. I can not tune into it, you know what I'm saying? So I think it depends on your perspective and how you do. Leave a like, comment below, and we will see you next time. Peace.